All right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fashionably Broke Podcast with your beautiful hosts, Maddie Schweppe, aka me, and Cassidy Ray Camerino.
Hey guys, back at it. Another week. Here we are.
Another week. We may be struggling, but we're not. We're not struggling at all.
Right. But, we just like to have our little talks before the pod to just catch up on some things we, just really can't say.
I was about to say it. Normally when we start the right before we start the episodes, we just have a full-on vent session and we have to let everything out.
Exactly.
Of course, stuff that we just can't talk about on the podcast. Maybe one day. Who knows?
One day we'll be able to. But like right now, best if we keep it out.
Yeah, best if we just, keep it to ourselves. But of course, starting off every podcast episode the same, our highs and lows of the week. Cassidy, what were your highs and lows?
Yeah. Let's see. My high. I just feel like I've been like working out a lot more and I haven't been seeing progression of like health-wise, like feeling better, whatever. So I finally gave in and went to a dietitian.
Really?
Yeah, and it's crazy because it was so fast and so quick. And I know like you don't even know about this, and we haven't even talked about any of this. HEB has a dietitian. They have registered dietitians that like their offices are in HEB and it's under like HEB Wellness. So yeah, I went to a dietitian and it was honestly just like nice to, hear like, oh, this is like you can eat this sometimes, like this is what you need to get like your nutrients in, blah blah blah. And I just need to learn more about food, and I feel like I'll sound shitty, like I'll never do it on my own. Yeah. Like I need someone helping me
it's hard.
through the way. Yeah, there's just so much to know, and literally every single body is different, like body wise. And I just like, I don't know, it was like cool to go and see like what she had to say. So I have another like appointment in like a month and a half, maybe a month, to just like learn more. And it was kind of just like a consultation of like, what I do now, what I eat now, blah, 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 blah. So,
but did
I'll
she
keep you all updated.
Did she say anything or like give you any like homework to work on or like to test out different foods or what?
So basically we kind of just got to like surface level things of like what foods to pair with what. So like a cheese stick with like almonds, because I can't even tell you like the categories they're in, but like it makes you stay fuller for longer. So like those are the snacks you should be having kind of thing. And she sent me home with like little handouts that I've kind of been looking over. And then I think I've learned about myself that I'm not eating enough protein because I really don't eat awful. Like I would like to say, like, do I like my Chick-fil-A every now and then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Everyone does. And I will never cut that out. And I will tell you, I will never cut that out. And I just lost my train of thought. Where was I going with this?
What you learned and talked about.
Yeah. Protein. Because I just told her, I was like, I feel like I'm working out more than ever. Like I go on a lot of walks. I've been running now, training for my 10K. I, go to Body Machine Fitness. Like I feel like I'm working out more than I ever have for months. And like I haven't seen a difference. And she's like, sometimes if you're not getting enough protein, like your body is going to hold on to things more, like not knowing if they're going to need it, like that energy or whatever for later.
Like
so you're just like not right. So that was cool to like learn about, kind of a little overwhelming because like there's so much to know kind of thing. But I'm going to take it day by day. And
that's cool. I feel like it'll be, I mean, if you're like willing to share like kind of your journey on that, because I feel like that's so interesting. I want to go. I also want to get tested like on things that like my body is like not allergic to, but like has trouble like breaking down.
Right. Yeah. So that's another thing is like, she asked when's the last time I had like labs and all my blood work. And like, I haven't had that. I want to say like since I was on Accutane, but it's not like I even looked at them or the doctor even said anything. They were just like, yep, you're good to still keep taking Accutane, like your body's normal. So I want to get that. I get that done when I just have my yearly gyno check.
Yeah.
So I'm getting that done in a few months. So I'm going to try to hold off till then, just so it is all in one visit or whatever. But also, side note, and I know we don't really talk about this like whatsoever, but I think like I might get off birth control because like I just don't think there's a reason for me to be on it. I got on it because of Accutane, because you have to be taking birth control while on Accutane, and I kind of just never really got off because it was just like a habit of taking it and thinking I needed it. So I'm gonna talk to my gyno about that too. So we'll see. I'm just trying to figure everything out because like I know I'm not eating like crazy bad and I am working out. I just need to like figure out what's gonna work for my body.
Yeah. No, and on like that sort of like note, because I really want to go get my like blood like checked and like everything, all my levels checked, because kind of touching on like the birth control thing, I had stopped taking birth control for a little bit over a year, like last year, and I loved it up until like I started it again, but up until like the last couple of months, my hormones were so out of whack, and I was TMI, just having the longest periods. Sorry, TMI, you guys, but I think it's just because my body was lacking. I honestly think my body was lacking testosterone. I think I was just overproducing estrogen, and so that it was like causing me to have like really like crazy symptoms even when I wasn't on birth control. Now taking it again, like I've kind of leveled out, but I want to eventually go back off of it. But like I want to be able to like, okay, like let's get my blood tested. Let's see what we need to supplement to like be completely normal.
Right. But that's also what I'm scared about, is because everyone knows that birth control, like, you know, regulates your hormones, causing like your acne to go down. And I'm scared if I get off, which I know probably at like the beginning, my hormones are gonna be all out of whack and like I'll break out. But I'm like, I just don't know if I can go through that right now.
Like, well, and my acne, because as we talked about, I have really bad acne. My acne for almost the full year went away, and then it was like those last couple of months when like I could tell my body was acting crazy. Oh, my face was so broken out. But even on birth control, my face breaks out. I just need to go to the dermatologist. I need to get some help. I just need to go see all the doctors.
Right. Yeah. So I think this is kind of gonna be like my year to like really
health
like
journey.
Right. And like figure out what works for me, what doesn't, figure out my body, you know, get off birth control, like if I don't need it, if my face is like fine, and just like go from there and see how everything works out. But that was a long-winded hi that like I am starting that journey because I think it's really important to like take care of yourself even at like such a young age. Like you have to take care of your body if you want to live a long, healthy life.
And like just get your body
and a lot of that starts with food. So food and working out. Yeah, so that was long-winded hi. Went to the dietitian, excited to start all of that. My low is this weekend I run the 10K. And I'm just like,
stop, no way. Okay, I feel like we haven't talked in 20,000 years.
Yeah, oh my God, that's really exciting. Been like bringing it up because I just keep like avoiding it. And
you're avoiding like, it's not actually happening. And now it's like this weekend, you're like, it's happening.
And I think the most I have ran is up to 3 miles.
No, and you're gonna be fine.
I'm like dying at 3. And today I went for a run and after work and I hit 2 miles and I had to stop.
Hey, it's okay. You're at least doing it. You know, it's not about the time.
Exactly. And it's never been about the time for me. I don't care. I will run a 12-minute mile. I don't care. Sue me.
No, straight up.
And I've told myself if I have to walk, I have to walk. I don't care. I'm there to have a good time. You get some free beer, some free food out. Well, not really free because I paid for the ticket. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? It's like I've already paid for it, so it is free when I go there.
Girl math.
Exactly.
You paid for it a long time ago, and now you don't have to like pay for it again, or like you know, in the moment, it's free.
Exactly. But that's my low. I'm totally not prepared, but I'm totally not going to worry about it. I just don't even care anymore.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Yay.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the pictures.
I'll be smiling in them in pain.
It's fine. You'll still look beautiful. My highs and lows. I literally had them in my head and I just forgot. Mamma mia. My high, I was in Austin this past weekend for a very, very, very quick trip for my stepmom's 50th birthday.
Woohoo!
She's 50, but she looks about 30.
No, literally.
So, goals. And so it was really nice. Got to see all my family, got to see my grandparents, like my grandma and my aunt, who I haven't seen in a really long time. Morgan went with me. And then I also got to see some of my friends because one of my best friends, Olivia, she moved to Austin. Gosh, right before I moved. Oh my God, it's almost coming up on like a year, I think, since she's been in Austin.
I want to say so. It's like kind of been a while.
Getting close. She moved at like the very beginning of the year, I think. Maybe like February or something like that. Could be very wrong, but she's been in Austin for a while. And then one of our other friends, Holland, she was visiting her the same weekend, so went to go see them at brunch on Sunday. So that was so nice. My heart felt like so full and happy. So I was very glad that I got to see everyone in my very short trip to Austin.
Very nice.
My low is I have a very busy week ahead of me. And I am going to Vegas for a very short trip this weekend. And I do not have any outfits. I don't have anything planned. I have not even had time to think about it. And like I leave Friday, like immediately after work, then airport, then like Vegas. Everyone's already going to be out having dinner, so then I'm just gonna have to like run upstairs, quick change or something, and somehow get the energy to take on Vegas for 36 hours or something like that.
Yep, Red Bull will do that. It's fine. It will be completely fine. But if you know anything about Maddie, Maddie always has her outfits like planned out to a T. At least she tries her hardest.
I try.
Like, she will order stuff. She'll pair this and this and that. Like, it is ready to go. It is on the way kind of thing. So I'm kind of glad you just haven't even had time to think about it, because that would have just added to the stress. And like, it's too late now.
It is. Well,
so we're just going to throw stuff in a bag and it'll be fine.
We have the ASOS premiere. So it just has to get here by Thursday. So like basically I should have ordered today. So probably after we're done recording, I have to do some work. But while I'm doing work, I'm going to try to find some outfits, or at least one outfit. But that's like the hard thing is like I always have like a vision in my head on like what I want to wear, and so then I kind of like shop for that. I have not had the mental capacity to even like think of clothing right now, which sounds terrible.
Like, I'm so tired of planning outfits in my head and them never working out. Like, I just like to buy random pieces and like I'll pair it with something else.
Throw it together. Yeah. So, and then also another thing is I haven't been to a club.
Yeah, that's like a club you're going to.
Oh my God, when was the last time? I mean, the last time I went to like a club was probably with you for like your 23rd birthday. And that was in Dallas. I think that was the last time.
Have you not been to Vegas since?
I have, but I didn't go out to a club. I know, I'm like, yeah, so every year I take random trips to Vegas, okay, guys? It is what it is. So, yeah, I gotta figure that crap out, like, ASAP. Because
it'll all work out.
Mama has to look
fired. Don't even. Obviously, you will look good.
As long as I like schedule in time to like give myself some fake tan, then we should be fine.
Exactly. That's all that matters. And baby, am I losing my tan, and I am losing it fast.
I didn't even get a tan this summer.
I was about to say, I just like, I don't know what happened to my tan, but then I'm like, did I even ever get that tan? I really don't think I did, but I have the Palm Beach spray tan membership, which is only like once a month, which is like fine for me. I rarely ever get spray tans, and I've just been paying that for like 6 months now and haven't been. So I maybe should get back on that or cancel it, you know?
Well, the first time you got a spray tan was
for the pictures.
Was for the pictures for the podcast.
Yeah. And
isn't that crazy?
They talked me into buying the membership. And here we are, me still paying for it.
You got swindled.
I for sure
got
did.
Swindled.
I for sure did. And I have to get like, I mean, I'm obviously not like white. So if I want to see the spray tan, it has to be the dark one. Tell me why you have to pay more for the dark.
Like that double dark or extra dark or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Sure, crazy. Yeah. I pay my membership fee and then they're like, oh, you want dark? Oh, $10 more. I'm like,
well, and that's what sucks.
Then what am I paying the membership for? Like,
what sucks is that I'm so like obviously moved away from Baton Rouge. One of my best friends, she does spray tans. So now I'm like, if only I had Holland here to get a spray tan, that would just be wonderful. But no.
Right.
On my own.
Give you the Palm Beach discount if you want it.
I do, because like obviously I use self tanner, but and like I don't tan as much as like I used to. I used to always have fake tanner on, but like over the years it's a hassle. Your sheets get disgusting. Like even when I have like one of those tansy things where it's like a adult sleeping bag for like the tan. It's like silk and like you could shove a pillow in it. Even with that, it still seeps through in parts. And then like you literally go to change your sheets and it looks like you peed the bed, but it's just fake tan. And it's so embarrassing every single time. To be like, I'm like, doing my laundry and I'm like, ignore the bed. I promise it's fake tan.
Right.
The struggles.
I've never been like fake tan, put it on myself. I just can't do that. It's just too much work and I just don't care. So I would rather go to Palm Beach, literally spread eagle and
spray. Well, and I mean, everyone talks crap, especially guys talk crap about like fake tanning, but also I'm trying to preserve my skin here. Okay? If you don't want me
laying in a bed, looking wrinkly.
Exactly. Like
what do you want?
At 50, I'm trying to look 35. Like
exactly. And we will look that.
Exactly. All thanks to fake tan.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Palm Beach. And shout out to Palm Beach, our newest sponsor.
Oh just my kidding. God. Right? Hey, if you're listening out there.
Yeah. I will pick my membership back up.
Exactly. Oh no, I'm out of water. Okay.
Yeah, our next thing that we're moving into, Maddie probably does not care about this whatsoever. I'm obviously the one who put it on the sheet of us talking about it today, but we are talking NFL football yet again. And to go into it...
Sports podcast.
Obviously, sports podcast. Travis Kelce and the Taylor Swift rumors. Maddie, I would like to know your thoughts from an outsider.
I think it would be interesting. I think it would be cool, fun and fresh. I feel like it would probably be a good mix-up of the people that she's dated in the past.
Okay. So do you think it's true? Or do you think, like, no way?
I don't think it's true. Because, like, it all started because, like, he was like, oh, I was trying to give her my number on, like, the friendship bracelet. But, like, other than, yes, I know he, like, went to a show. Have they been in the same area any other time?
Yes.
Also, it's like full on football season now, and she's like on tour. So like, how does that gonna work?
Right. No, you have a good point. You have a great point.
Like
Maddie.
they're both every weekend they're like busy.
Right. Yeah. Busy. So that was my thing too, because like obviously like NFL, like when you're in season, and you're not doing anything but practicing and playing in a game. And he's like obviously not like a practice squad or like second string, whatever you want to call them. Like he has to be every game.
Every game he has to be there. Like sure, there's like bye weeks, but like NFL, their schedule too changes. Like they can play anywhere from Thursday to Monday.
Right. So they were both in New York together.
Oh.
I think
like together, like hanging out, or like separate.
So there's no like evidence, but rumor has it they went to the same place.
What cracks me up though is all of the announcers are like feeding into it, and so like every time they talk about like Travis Kelce, there's always some like Taylor Swift reference.
No, the commentators have been
hilarious,
killing it. Like when he like scored his like first touchdown of the game, like the commentator was just like, and Travis Kelce just filled the blank space on the scoreboard. And it's just like, these guys, like, I'm sorry, they don't know Taylor Swift like that, and they've been doing their research.
Yeah.
Like they've for sure been doing their research, or they have daughters telling them this and this and this.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like my dad and I just keep sending like TikToks back and forth because he's like, is this true? And I'm like, no one really knows. Like, but I agree with what you say. I think it would be a good switch up for Taylor. I think she's always gone for Dallas, really? Right now? I think she's always gone for like actors or musicians, like just people who are more like dramatic and really, I don't want to say in touch with their feelings, but like just more dramatic, you know? So I think you need like a rough and tough, like NFL player, like Travis Kelce. Babe, if you're not with Taylor, be with me. Hello. But I just wanted to touch on that because it's actually been hilarious to hear all the commentators of everyone. Oh, and they were even interviewing Jason Kelce. And they asked him about like, hey, is your brother Travis like seeing Taylor? And he just like laughs about it. And it's just like, oh, like you never know. Ha ha ha. But like, I wish him the best with like whoever he does end up with. And it was just giving vibes of very much like, oh shit, it's in my head. I can't say it. I can't say it. I can't say it, you know?
Oh, so, okay.
I don't know. It could be it, but kind of praying it's not because like, Travis, kill a trap, baby. I'm right here. But
then anyways. Also, sorry, not to like drag this segment on.
No.
But like, I do kind of, I don't know, I couldn't really like picture them together because like going back to like what I said, like, and what you said, yes, it would be a good mix up, but I just don't know if that's her type. I mean, I also don't really know her type. You can't really like pinpoint one, but I mean, she's always just kind of gone after like not the rough and tough. And I feel like she's very much of like not the rough and tough type of person. I don't know.
Right.
But it would be cool.
That's why it hasn't been working out because she just hasn't been going for the right type that's going to mesh well with her. I guess that's true. You never know.
You're right.
Sorry,
you never
Dallas is not know. This toy down.
She just wants to play. Oh, it's playtime, Mom. It's playtime.
We've been playing all day, and of course, whenever cameras are on, she wants to go crazy.
Because she knows that the cameras are on and they're not on her.
Exactly. She likes to be the center of attention, just like her mother.
As I say, don't we all? But so as you all know, New York Fashion Week is still kind of going on and coming to a close very soon. I probably want to say like around this weekend is I think kind of all of the final New York Fashion Week wrap up. So again, Fashionably Broke podcast. We got to talk about it. We talked a little bit about it last week, and I think I cut off Cassidy on like what half of the stuff she wanted to say. So sorry about that. But again, we wanted to touch on New York Fashion Week. One thing I want to start off with is this is kind of old news, but Cassidy and I were talking about it. I think like last week, end of last week, or it was after we recorded the podcast. I think it was actually beginning of last week. But one person we sort of talked about but didn't really talk about was Xandra in New York with New York Fashion Week. Yeah. And we were texting about it the other day. And said basically that we were just living for her energy during Fashion Week, and she was just so excited, like always. Her outfits were slaying, her face was slaying, her hair was slaying, her boobs were slaying. She was giving, and I just liked her attitude because, again, I love Alex Earl so much, but it's not really her scene. And she kind of was talking about, like, I'd rather be hanging out with my friends or out, like, in a club or, like, eating food, but, like, Xandra was just living for it, and it made me very happy.
And I loved that. And it was something I feel like I wouldn't expect from Xandra.
Right?
I feel like Xandra can be very tomboy's not the right word, but just a little more lax and a little more like low key and chill. Like, Alex has the girl who like dresses up, goes out, like wears like super extravagant outfits. Not that Xandra doesn't, but I feel like she's just a little more low key about it. So it did take me by surprise that she was so gun ho about everything. But I absolutely loved it, and I think it's really catching on to other people like in the public eye, or even brands just inviting her to like more and more things because they know she's very grateful for it. She talks about that. That's like every other TikTok she posts is like, oh my god, I got this experience, like I could literally cry because like never in a million years did I think this would happen to me. And like you said, I just loved how she was like all about it and like couldn't wait to go to these shows.
Yeah. So I think just from two fashion girlies here, we take that and we're like, yes, girl, because that's how we would be if we were there one day.
Right.
One day we will be there.
Yes. Next year we will be there.
Another person I kind of wanted to talk about was Kennedy Urich.
The bob was bobbing.
It was
Let's start there.
Bobbing.
Like, goddamn, I'm about to cut my hair into a bob, but I know I would not look like that, and I'd look like Dora.
Right? I got everyone cutting their hair right now. And she pulls it off so well.
I mean,
so well.
So well. I just don't even understand, like, how. Like, it is just her look, and, like, she will never not have a bob. Like, I saw a TikTok of her today saying, like, a comment was like, I went back all the way back in her Instagram pictures, and like she's always had a bob, like she's never had long hair. She's
so
like,
good.
Yeah, I will never change my hair. She's like, honestly, I don't think anything else would look good, but like the bob is just bobbing too hard. Like I could never change.
It really looks so good. But I was surprised that she was only there for a couple of shows, right? Like only two that she posted. That she posted about. She might not have posted about everything, but she was there for Stod and Tory Burch, right?
Yeah, I think Tory Burch was the big one with all the girls lined up where she was wearing the green dress.
Yes.
Loved the dress. I think she always looks so great, like did up and all glammed out. Like I feel like she just has that face and, her style and everything. She just always looks amazing when she's like full out glam. I will say, like, I was like taken back by the amount of influencers invited to Tory.
I know. It was crazy.
It must have been the whole crowd.
It was
influencers.
But I do have to say, I loved the Tory Burch show. Everything just looked so good and classy. Their handbags reminded me a lot of Goyard. I think that's how you say it. With like the pattern, it was like the brand pattern over and over, but it looked so good. They kind of took I liked the looks, and I saw an interview on what Tory Burch kind of based drew inspiration from for this new line. It was basically like taking like the vintage and making it modern. So a lot of I'm trying to think of the word, I'm gonna say cuts of like certain clothes. She just kind of modernized it. And one super cool thing that she did with a lot of her dresses was she took the idea of hoop skirts and modernized it, and it looked so good.
Yeah, no, I was actually I will say, like, this, I feel like this week kind of got away with me with or I guess last week kind of got away with me with New York Fashion Week. But Tory Burch is one that stuck out to me.
Yes.
Or stood out to me. God, I can't talk. Oh my, anyways. Stood out to me because it just looked like very modern, very classy, but also like I was not seeing a lot of colors like on the runway.
No, yeah, everything was very
just
muted.
very neutral. Yeah, very neutral, very muted, and like I'm actually kind of loving that because it is like for the spring and you usually see like a ton of color. But it was just like muted is the perfect word because I felt like there were some like green tones in there, but they were so muted where it's like, is that
you couldn't
green?
tell.
Like, right.
There were the only like really color that she had was a very pale like pink.
Right.
Was like what was like a big color that she constantly showed. But one thing too with what Tory Burch did was she like reinvented the shoe. The shoes were so interesting. Right. And like I'm kind of obsessed with them, but I'm kind of not. But I think that they were just so like not Tory Burch at all that I loved it. And it was very like she took modern to almost like futuristic, but like she did it in not a cheesy way.
Right. I really think comeback's not the right word because I don't think they ever fell off, but I feel like a lot of brands know that they have to keep like going with the trends and like being more and more and more modern in order to like keep up with everyone. And I think Tory Burch did it in such a great way where it's like, holy cow, that is eye catching, but like, oh wait, that's Tory Burch. Like I never would have thought that's Tory Burch.
And I think the cool thing was like the line that she just came out with. It's perfect for honestly like a teenager all the way up to like 65. You could be wearing the exact same thing, but whoever's body it is, like it still fits their age. And like if someone youthful were to wear it, they will look youthful. But then if someone older were to wear it, it would look like they're not trying to dress too young. It would look like they are dressing for their age, just more modern, more with the times. And I was very, it was a beautiful show. But it was surprising that so many influencers were there.
I mean, so many. Like I don't think like they all lined up and took a picture, and I was like, there's just no way they're like all invited here. Like there's so many, and I feel like you never really like see that with Tory Burch. Like maybe like a few here and there, but like we had like I think Alex Earl and I think Kennedy are on two completely spectrums of social media, and like they were both there. And I was like, that's just freaking insane. But one thing that I have been seeing, and like I know it's coming back, but I feel like New York Fashion Week really just like sealed the deal. Everyone is wearing silver metallic. Like every single outfit, every single blazer, every single this, that, like every single thing is silver. And I'm just like, holy cow, like the amount I was trying to like keep track it's and like I just kept seeing it and seeing it and seeing it. And I was like,
the chrome is like it is now like not as cheesy, I think, as it like what it used to be.
Right, because it used to be like very cheesy and like ew, like that kind of looks like cheap. Yeah. But like it does not whatsoever, and it looks so freaking good. And I just saw this TikTok about like a silver chrome blazer that they're selling at Target, and it looked so cute. And like, oh, I have to get it. I have to. We'll be matching. I'll buy you one as well. God. I'll ship it to you.
See, and like I have been obsessing with chrome, like, you know, chrome shoes, little kitten heels I have, which I still like haven't really worn them. I need to take a picture in them. Don't know what I'm doing. But I'm like, I dig it because now it's done just like, you know, you could wear like a really cool, like classy outfit, but then to like spice it up, throw on chrome pants. And like, you're still in like, you know, like a black blazer, a white t-shirt, chrome pants. Hello? Like, I'm obsessed.
Love, love, love. Yeah. So I'll be buying some pieces that look like that. So be on the lookout on my Insta at Casty Ray.
I love it. One thing, this doesn't really have to do with New York Fashion Week, but I saw an ad on my Instagram the other day, an Instagram ad. Mm-hmm. And because I mentioned Stod and or I almost said Cassidy went to Stod. Kennedy went to Stod, and I saw Stod and Wranglers did a collab. And they had like this really cool, it was like a Wrangler like denim jacket, and then on the side, you know, like belt loops spelled out Stod on like the side of the jacket. It was so cool. I didn't look at the price though.
I was about to say, how much was this?
I don't know. I didn't look, and I'm kind of pissed that I didn't, because it was so cute. But it was Stod and Wrangler. Like, genius.
I'm going to see if I can find this right now.
It was so cool, and it just randomly popped up in like an ad, and I looked at it for a while, and then I did scroll past it, and I should have just clicked on it. I don't know why I didn't.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they do. They have like a lot of stuff.
Right?
Oh my god, I see it.
Isn't that so cute? I like it more from the side, though.
Why can't I find it on here? It's just like an ad picture, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe is it already sold out?
Probably. But it's so cute. I haven't looked at any of their other stuff, but I'm like, Kennedy just went to the Stod show, and then obviously, like, you know, I saw that she went there, and then this ad pops up, and I'm like, oh, damn.
No, this one, but it doesn't have anything by it.
Yes. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I love that. Why isn't it on here? But I'm guessing it would be like 150, 200, because it looks like...
Well, it's Wrangler. Like, that's good quality denim.
Yeah, it looks like stuff is like ranging from like...
But it's cool because
120
like
to 300.
Wrangler is a very much workwear. It's like Carhartt. Wrangler is very much of a workwear, you know, men wear it all the time. And like, obviously they do have fashion, but it's really cool to see a collab like that.
It's giving Western chic.
Well, and because
where have we seen this before?
Exactly. Because Stod is just such a modern, you know, type clothing brand that I think that's like a genius collaboration.
I love when people collab with people like you never would think.
Right.
You're like
when did y'all cross paths? I have no idea.
Almost like Gap and Love Shack Fancy. Remember that one?
God, yeah. Well, we saw how that went down. God damn.
God, that's crazy. But I am excited to like I think I needed this like New York Fashion Week, like fashion inspo, like just get like the juices flowing, you know? Sometimes like I just get in these ruts where I'm like, I feel like I can't style anything. Like I want something new, but I don't even know what I want. And then like New York Fashion Week like comes along and I'm like, ooh, I can recreate this, but not at that price.
Right. But you're like, okay, I have something in my closet similar, but I never thought about pairing it with this or accessorizing with this, you know? So I know I have been in kind of like an outfit rut too. Just like inspo, you know. So you're right. It did kind of pull me out. It got me thinking about so many different ideas, but like I just don't have the clothes to do those ideas with. So now I'm like,
we have to shop. We have to.
Oh God, do I need to drop a dime? I mean,
we'll do it together.
I also haven't gone shopping in so long.
I just want to
it's been a minute.
Save, and then just like drop a bag all at once, you know? Like thousands all at once. But the thing is, when I have money to spend, I can never find anything I like.
Exactly. Ever. And then when you don't, you find a million things.
Literally have $15 in my bank account that I find things that I like.
But
and I'm
see, I'm also just so bad that like I just shop for like specific events or like specific things. And so then it's like that just doesn't help me in the long run.
Right. Yeah. No, I've jumped on that train too of just like sticking to those things. But, you know, what are you going to do? That's who I am.
That's who I am.
Just need something new for every occasion.
You can't change me.
Exactly.
You just can't. Actually, I don't even think I had anything else for New York Fashion Week.
Yeah, all I wanted to talk about was Tory Burch, and then I wanted to get into like the silver because I just feel like you're seeing that everywhere. Oh, another thing I wanted to add in, honestly, like, fashion can just, like, make you become, like, a hypocrite, so call me what you want.
It can. It can.
It can. Like, things change so fast, and, like, it's just I can't keep up. So you know what?
Exactly.
If that's what I am, that's what I am, but whatever. I think mixing golds, I mean, okay, retake.
It's okay. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Okay. And start over.
Mixing metals. I just don't think it's for me.
See, I've been super into it lately.
I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've gotten better. Like, I'll wear gold that has like silver in it with like straight silver earrings. But I think I'm just going to make the switch on certain days. So I need to buy some all silver necklaces to go with my silver earrings, because I have earrings. I just don't. I mean, like, I wear this cross necklace like every single day. Yeah. Like, I just don't take it off. So I kind of want to get a silver one, and we're just going to have to change everything on the day of how I'm feeling. See, I think I'll always be a gold girl, but like, I need silver too.
One thing that I just want to do, because like I want to have like a fun earscape, if people know what I'm talking about. And I just want to go get a bunch of piercings so that I can mix like all of like my piercings.
Okay, crazy you say that. Crazy you say that, because I like would do anything to do, like, I'll get 10 piercings in one day. Don't care. Like, I'll do it.
Remember in Austin when I was gonna go get like a bunch of piercings in my ears? In my ears, y'all, in my ears. Yes. And then we just never did. I want to so bad, just so I can wear like the cool like chain style earrings, like cuffs, and have them like mixed, you know, silver and gold.
Okay, my issue,
because I feel like that's my vibe.
If it's not my first or second hole, it's infected every time.
See, I also every time lose studs too. So like I have literally no studs, and only one of my second holes is like open. I had third holes too. Those closed. One hole
every time. Yeah. I don't, and I clean them. I keep up with them. I truly do. And I can go months and months and months with it being fine, and then boom, out of nowhere, it's like nasty and gooey and infected, and like I just get to the point where I'm so grossed out. I'm like, just take it out. Just take it out. Close up. Don't care.
I'm dead. So yeah, my ears stick out, so I'm kind of like, I should just decorate them.
Oh my God. But I'm like, I'm down. Accessory. Next time we see each other, we're getting our tattoo of, you know what we're getting.
Yes.
And then we're going to get 5 ear piercings.
Oh, God damn. We're about to
save some money now.
I was about to say, shit. So I'm going broke.
There were one time, I think I got 3 piercings at once.
They're so expensive.
And it was like $250. Yeah.
And then like
isn't that like a buy one get one free, like Claire's or something? Like, when did things get so expensive? I'm confused.
I mean, they're always so expensive. Always so expensive. But yeah, New York Fashion Week, it was good. I feel like there were some names that really stood out. But I also just kind of feel like it was decent. There was nothing like too crazy. I mean, of course, there's always like drama, you know, when you're mixing celebrities and influencers. Oh my God, before we even move on, Blake Lively. I'm obsessed. She literally looks like a disco 70s queen, and I'm obsessed. I am obsessed.
What does she not
I want to be like, her.
She is the movie that she was in. What, like Age of Adeline? Is that what she was in, where you don't age? Like, yeah. No, that movie's about her because she does not age.
I need Homegirl to drop her skincare routine.
Like, and she always looks so good. And like, her and her husband are just so cute.
And they're so perfect. I know. So, but she looked really good. She looked really good. I honestly don't even know what show it was that she was at, where she looked like a little 70s queen.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I did see it on TikTok.
Phenomenal, and I'm obsessed, and I want to be her.
Me too.
I want to be her. Okay, so one thing, and everyone's probably sick and tired of hearing it and seeing it and talking about it,
but it's like switch now. It's switching, and it's cool to see it switch.
Well, okay, so you know what I'm about to start talking about?
What's on our list?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on our list.
Wait, what?
So everyone knows the Roman Empire trend.
Yes.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows. If you don't know, it's a trend going on down on TikTok where girlfriends or friends ask their brothers, husbands, boyfriends, friends, male friends,
male, any kind of
male of the male species, how often they think about the Roman Empire, and a lot of their answers are like they blow your mind because they think about it way often, way more than you would have ever imagined that they think about it. Because I can tell you, I have not thought about the Roman Empire
ever.
I think ever. I don't even think I thought about it when I was learning about it in school.
No, couldn't care less.
And like I haven't even been thinking about it like other than just to ask people. But over the past couple of weeks since this trend had like really blown up, I've asked almost every single male that I've come in contact with. Almost every single one. Old, young, all of the ages. And the results are jarring.
Like crazy. To where it's like you've seen this trend and you're just like messing with me.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, okay, well, this past weekend I was with, you know, my parents and my parents' friends. So of course, you know, when I first saw the trend, I asked my boyfriend, and he's not on TikTok. He doesn't have a TikTok. I know, which is psychotic. Red flag. But he doesn't have TikTok, so I wish I filmed it, but I asked him, I was like,
I can't believe you
hey,
didn't.
I know, Maddie. I'm pissed. But I was like, hey, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And he like sat for a second and he was like, probably like every week to every week and a half. And so my thing is like with this trend, don't just ask them like how often, ask them why, because a lot of the answers are similar, but like each guy thinks about it in a different way. So when I asked him why, he's like, well, I work in construction, like I like do roads, you know, I build buildings. And so he's like, I just think about it that way, you know, just because like they did that too. And then of course, like societal wise. And so I've asked like my neighbor, I was going to ask my other roommate, but he's on TikTok and like he knows the trends when I know them. So I'm like,
he's going to know it for sure.
Yeah, he's already ruined. I can't even ask him. But I asked like my parent, like my dad and his friends. So I got mixed answers, but I could tell before I even asked like what their answer was going to be. So I got a good heavy mix of like, no, I don't think about it at all. And then, oh yeah, like I think about it like not weekly, but like a more than a couple of times a month. And so of course I asked why, and every guy pretty much gave a different answer, but then at the very end they all answered the same. They go, well, I also just think about it in like, you know, society reasons and just, you know, all of that pish posh whatever. But dude, it was crazy.
So I asked my dad, and he first started out and was like, no, like I don't really like think about it. And I was like, you don't seem too sure. Like have you thought about it before? Like 3 times a year, like anytime, like have you thought about it before? And he goes, oh wait, like I was talking to like my brother like 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about the Roman Empire in that time, and we were just talking about like if a guy who lived during like the Roman Empire and when all that was going on, like could they beat up a modern day guy, or would like who would beat who?
They could. They would slaughter them.
No, yeah. And the conclusion was that they were much stronger back then than we are now. But it's just like the things guys talk about, it's just mind-blowing to me.
It is. And every girl out there is in the same position where I just can't wrap my head around like just number one, how they have the time in the day to even think about the Roman Empire. And just like, why is that like the first thing that like pops in your head? And every time I say that, they're like, well, it's history. You don't care about history. And I'm like, I don't think about it. Like, why would I think about it?
Never crossing my mind.
Like,
literally, no.
Never crossed my mind. And like, when I've asked these questions, this is like another thing. I'm like, obviously I'm thinking about it now because I'm like, oh, I want to know their answers, but I'm not even thinking about like the Roman Empire. I'm talking about the Roman Empire. I'm not thinking about like gladiators and stuff. I'm literally just picturing the word Roman Empire. I'm not even thinking about like anything but like that the Roman Empire means. Like, I don't care.
So
I mean, I probably should care, but
do you know like the background of the Roman Empire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I do know it, but, like, why would I think about it?
I mean, could I tell you? I don't think I know it. That's why I'm asking.
Oh. So, the Roman Empire they were, like, one of the first empires, and they pretty much, like, built... I'm probably gonna get this wrong. Someone's gonna be listening. This is not right.
When I think Roman Empire, all I can see is, like, just big columns. That's literally all.
Yeah. But like they built up society, but it was not like, obviously it fell. Like, the Roman Empire didn't last. Right. But like, you know, their architecture, just engineering in general, like, was very like forward thinking compared to like the time. Okay. But like political wise, and so that's why I think a lot of, and like, again, we're not going to talk about politics on here, but like, that's why a lot of guys think about it is just like in a political like stance, like society stance, because like the Roman Empire basically like turned on itself, like society turned on itself, because there was like the super rich, and then there was like the very like super super poor, and then of course that was like the times of like gladiators and stuff, and so they like are pretty much like the foundation, like the foundational principle of like what you think society is. Like, they're the ones that pretty much came up with that concept.
Wow, thank you for the history lesson.
I think could be so damn wrong.
Better than I would know.
I mean, and like, okay, if I were to freaking go to like Italy, to like, if I were to go to Rome, I would be like, oh yeah, the Roman Empire, and I would probably like think about it more because like I'm seeing it. But like,
no,
if I like went on like a tour, but I don't really think that I
went on a tour like talking about the Roman Empire.
Then I might
my mind.
I might give it some thought, but I don't now. Not at all.
And I like, it's funny because I'm like, I don't think I know like everything to the Roman Empire, and that is a quick Google search away. I haven't even had a care to Google search it.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, like Julius Caesar, right? Caesar was like,
he was during that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Roman Empire, is that like with the Trojan horse? I think it is.
You're asking the wrong person.
I think. All right.
And when they had all those like sword matches.
Wait, hold on. Throwback to the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader episode. We need to do another one.
Let me study up and then we'll do it.
Straight up.
Oh my god, we need to do that. That was so fun. I don't think I'd ever laugh so hard.
That was freaking hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader episode. Gotta be coming soon.
Yeah, we'll get that back soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, but okay, we just of course had to talk on this trend, but this kind of leads us into our top 5. Okay, yes. So a lot that's been coming with this trend is like, people are like, well, what's the girl version of the Roman Empire? Like, what are the things that the like girls think about a lot that like would shock men?
Right. So I could only come up with 4.
I didn't even write any down.
Like, it is so hard because it's like
girls think about here and now, and like I feel like very just like realistic. Like, we have running to-do lists in our head. Like, we have got to get this done, got to think about this, got to like blah blah blah. It's literally just a to-do list, and like our brain doesn't like slow down. to me, I guess, my brain doesn't slow down enough to be like, I mean, yeah, every now and then I get like random, like, full, like, philosophical thoughts. I get them a lot, but like, not to, it's like, mine are like, what if, or like, oh my God, like, what if like this? It's not like, oh yeah, the Roman Empire. That's crazy.
See, I think a lot of my thoughts are like now and present
Yeah.
or future.
Yeah. It's not
Future,
like,
for sure.
I'm
I'm
not
not looking back.
thinking
Yeah,
about
no.
like, yeah. So I'm intrigued to hear your, like, what you wrote down.
Okay. So my first one, I thought I was being so funny and so creative because I feel like I think about it a lot. And then I wrote it down and I got on TikTok and
It's
literally
like all
3
over TikTok.
TikToks in, and like they said my idea. And I was like, are you kidding? But I came up with this on my own. I was not stealing from another
Did
TikTok.
you say Helen Keller?
Yeah.
Okay, but no, this is a thing because girls do think about, like, why do we think about Helen Keller?
I don't know. Because was she real, bro? Could she, like, how?
But like, okay, I do. So like, she's the one that like Braille was like invented because of her. Oh my God, no, that's terrible. I don't know.
Yes, I want to say so because
why did we learn about her so intensely in school?
Because she was blind and deaf and still learned words and still learned this and still learned that. But it's just like, how?
The power of Braille.
But how do you know what you're, like, Braille is to spell out words. How do you know what those words are?
It's because Braille is like texture. So, okay, if you like have the word like water spelled out in Braille and you have her touch water, like she's feeling the water and then she's feeling the word. So she's associating like the feeling of the word water in Braille with the actual like object, with like the wetness of water and like the coldness of water, the hotness of water. And so like, okay, leaves. What?
No, I mean, yes, it makes sense, but I just like, I'm obviously not deaf or blind, but it's like crazy to think both because like,
yeah, those are our two senses that, I mean, everyone, you rely on the most.
I mean, yeah, but like even when I'm not talking, like there's a voice in my head, but they don't have a voice in their head.
Is your voice you?
I don't know. Don't ask. I don't know. Because a lot of people like will say like, is it you?
No, like it's me, but I think it's like what I like think that my voice sounds like, but I know my voice does not sound like what I think it sounds like.
Well, because what was that big thing going around? It's just like there's some people who like
how do you think
have a voice?
Yeah, like there are some people that there was like, I think it's like 3 different levels of like how you think, and I think in like 2. So you either think in like strictly words, like you see the words and that's how you think, is like words, but there's no voice behind it. Then another way you think is like you hear like an internal dialogue, like you sound like you feel like you're talking, or it sounds in your head like you're talking, you know? Or
so I think I'm just words.
Or then, like you're visual, like you see like images, like almost like it's like a movie. And like that's how you think, is like through like images. And I think of both. I have an internal dialogue and I think like in pictures.
Okay, then I don't see words. I would say pictures.
Yeah,
I guess see pictures and dialogue, but like, I don't know. I don't like that question.
But like that's how I like, that's how, but I also think that like, I feel like people that are like really, really, really good at math, which I don't know, are you good at math? I'm not good. Okay. But like, I feel like people that are really good at math think by seeing the words, because like they can actually visualize it in their head. Well, I'm like, I'm terrible at math, but I'm like creative. And like, I can, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at math. I was in PACE math. That was like the math ahead,
I wasn't.
But I don't think I could see the words because I don't know how to spell. So like the words just wouldn't come naturally.
Yeah. Okay. What's your second one?
Sorry. Okay. First one, Helen Keller. Like, it's just crazy. Second one is getting engaged. I think about that way too often. All the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously don't know like to who, but like I think that will be like the happiest day of my life.
Oh, I just really want a diamond. I mean, like,
Me
I'll
too.
be very happy, but.
And then kind of on that topic, the type of wedding dress.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
about that
constant.
So often, obviously. Like, that's just girl things. Just like so often I think about that. And like when my sister was wedding dress shopping, like she went in wanting this and left with like the total opposite.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's going to be like that exact same thing.
Yeah.
When I'm wedding dress shopping. Time will only tell.
Uh-huh.
And then a last one, this one I did get from TikTok, because the more and more I think about it, it's like,
dang.
Oh, dang. Like your ex best friend or like ex something that just like always like pops into your head, like, oh, what are they doing? Or oh, this or oh, that. I just feel like that's a big thing that like girls think about. It's just like ex anything.
Yeah. See, I'm like, unless I see a picture of them, when I cut them off,
they're erased.
Off. They're dead. They're dead to me.
Right. But I guess I associate it with like things you did or have done with them, and like you pass that and you're like, oh yeah, like da. But like obviously never talking to them.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And then let's see if I can think of a last one. Yeah, no. It's like hard. It really was like hard actually, like trying to think about it, because I was like trying to make it like as good as the Roman Empire, and I think Helen Keller is like equal
and it's
to the Roman Empire.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was like trying to think of it. Like obviously I know I have like thoughts that are like probably like very equivalent to the Roman Empire, but literally could not think of a single thing.
No. It's like
I feel like ours is just like very realistic. I mean, like obviously the Roman Empire happened, but it's more like realistic, like day to day, like looking to your future. It's almost like imagining stuff. It's not like this happened. Like, oh my god, the Romans built roads. No, I wouldn't. Why would I think about that?
Don't care.
Because I'm trying to think. Okay, mine. I'm just listing. There's like no particular order, but I think that was the same for you. And I know you think about this, and I think I don't know, maybe most girls don't, but like honestly, the thing that I think about the most is I'm just like thinking about clothing. Like I create clothes in my head of like clothes that don't even exist. Like I don't have them, but like I'm thinking of outfits. Like if I ever have like a lull in like thought, it instantly is like outfits. Of what?
Yeah.
Just random outfits, clothing.
I can see that. Or like sometimes I even go a little deeper of like, you know what's crazy is like they used to like dye clothing with berries.
They did.
Like who tried that? Who did that? Like they said, oh, I want to turn this shirt this color. Like, so I'm just going to smash these on it.
Yeah.
So I guess that is equivalent. I don't know. I think about that. Or like, I actually do have another one. Do you know that cows, not a piece of them goes to waste?
Yeah.
Not a piece. I think about that. Like, you know, you have like cowhide, you have their meat, you have, I don't know. I can't name anymore, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much stuff that comes from a cow.
This stuff, I'm thinking like more realistic stuff, but like, if we're gonna get like crazy into it, I do have like crazy thoughts all the time. But again, mine are just like wondering like what if, like what, you know, I go like crazy into like probably not for the podcast or like maybe for another time. But so like I would say clothing, engagement rings. Not that I'm like trying to get engaged. Every girl talks about it, like, or not thinks about it in general. Just like, oh my god, like, would I like this shape? Or like, oh, could you just like imagine having like a diamond like on your finger? Like, oh my god, like I wonder what, you know, I want, like what would look good on my finger. But like I think what like engagement ring and like wedding dress go hand in hand. Because it's like,
no, I agree.
You're always thinking about that. Or like your wedding, like how you would decorate, like what theme, like what it would be like. What else? what else do I think? I just think about like a lot of like what ifs. Like,
well, if we're gonna get into what ifs, I have two.
I was gonna say, before I forget again, there was one question that I asked, and I was like really thinking hard about this. Okay, you know how if you're looking at like fish, for example, you know, you put them in a tank. There are certain fish that like they basically grow to like the size of their habitat, and they won't grow anymore unless you put them in a bigger tank, and then they'll grow to fit that tank. Then they won't grow anymore than if you put them in a, you know, so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. So then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know, like humans as like a species, like used to be a lot shorter and smaller than like we are now. And like now, like we're really tall, like compared to like, you know, they used to be like really tiny. And then I'm like, but then I started thinking, I was like, well, they also had like smaller houses and like, so then I'm like, I started thinking, I literally called my friend and I was like, I really need to talk through this because like, I think I've got something here, but I probably don't. So I was like, so I wonder just like, you know, over the years, over like the decades, you know, hundreds of years, we now like have taller buildings, we have bigger houses. Like, are we just growing to fit our environment?
That's crazy.
Right? That's the type of stuff that's the type of stuff I think about. Not the Roman Empire, but like, did we evolve as species to be bigger because we live in bigger houses?
Maybe.
It's not true because like evolution doesn't happen that fast, but
right.
That is a good philosophical question, an idea, right?
Yeah.
I thought I was borderline genius when I thought of that. And then I talked through it with a couple of people and I was like, that kind of just sounds stupid.
Yeah. No, that's good. That'll get you thinking.
Right?
I guess I just have one more thing to say about all this. And I think this stems back to when I was a little kid. I think I'm going to be scarred for life. As a little kid, I would have a reoccurring dream, probably like every other week. And the dream was that the world was ending and there was like a lot of fires everywhere and robots were taking over the world. And I think about that a lot. And I think that's still a big fear of mine is, yes, still. Mm-hmm. A big fear of mine that robots will take over the world. So when I see these commercials or I see TikToks of AI robots at the NFL games,
freaks you out.
I can't see that again. No, freaks me out, bro.
Never again.
No, freaks me out to no extent. Like, no. Get that off my feet right now.
I'm trying to think. What else? I think about coffee, I feel like. And I hate to be like that girl, but like I just am like, damn, like should I have a cup of coffee right now?
I wish I liked coffee. I think I want to get back to like into drinking matcha.
I really like I never believed that people like, you know, like your parents drink coffee because no, to me it's like a habit. It's not even like that I fully enjoy it. I really only like coffee if I go buy it. Like because it tastes good.
Right.
Like the at home doesn't really taste that good. And I mean like I like cold brew, like that tastes fine. But it's not even that. It's really just like a habit. Like I think I trick my brain into thinking like I am awake and like ready for the day because now over the past almost 3 years, like I've had a cup of coffee every morning, like before work.
Right. So no, I think it definitely turns into a habit of like because I mean it gets bad with the amount of energy drinks I drink. I mean I only ever drink like one in a day, but like just like back to back to back. They have them at work just in like our refrigerators and they're free. So I'm obviously taking one. And like, I just need to stop drinking them because they don't do anything. Yeah, they really don't anymore.
They really don't.
I just do it to like think that it's going to give me energy.
Do it.
Exactly.
I really don't know. I didn't write them down. So I don't remember what I think about. I mean, now I just think about work. Or just like, I have to do this, I have to do that. I gotta...
Just your ongoing to-do list.
I think about... this is what I constantly think about. Man, I really need to do laundry.
Man, I really need to do laundry. I really need to do laundry.
That is what I think about probably the most.
Yeah, because guys half the time don't even do their own laundry, so they obviously never think about that.
No, and their brains aren't like chaotic like women's are, and they have time.
They have the time to think about the Roman Empire. I don't have that time.
I mean, sometimes I think about like royalty, like what it would be like.
What it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I think that, I don't know. Yeah, just like royalty.
Or no, I think about that as well.
Like what
it would be like to live in the castle.
Yeah, or like what it would just be like to be like a celebrity.
Yeah, or
that's
an influencer.
Really, all I think about.
Yeah, me too. One day.
Or like what it would like to be to like have talent, like to be able to sing.
Yes.
Like that would be crazy.
Or like to have fans.
Yeah, like to
and like people come up to you on the sidewalk to take a picture with you.
Or like
I think about that a lot.
You're on stage and like Madison Square Garden is packed and they're screaming and singing your songs. And like you're a good singer.
Yeah. No, I think about that a lot. I think about that honestly is probably number one.
Like I think about that like a lot.
Imagine like that being me. People chanting my name.
Yeah, just like having the talent. Like being able to
it'll
sing.
Never be me
and it sounds good.
My talent would be people making fun of me for being so bad. That would be my talent.
Oh, man. Okay, well, that episode took a turn. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we hope that y'all have a good week and have had a good beginning of your week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.